At this point during the cleaning process, it's a good time to go ahead and inspect your fan. This is something that should be done daily. I realize it doesn't happen, but it's a good thing. One, to make sure you're not getting any premature wear on the fan for any reason, and two, any debris that does actually have the ability to carry through some of the fine particles and get back into that housing. We want to get that cleaned out on a daily basis regardless to make sure that we don't get buildup inside of that housing. So first thing I would do is just grab a wrench. I'm going to loosen the bolt, back it out of the way, and I'm going to remove this bar that's holding the plate in place, and I'll slide that plate out of the way. This gives me full access to inspect the impeller and also the fan housing around it. You're obviously going to make sure that the fan is turned off when you do this, but I can free spin that fan to do any unnecessary inspection. Again, also look for debris buildup. Global does do something unique with our R4Air, where we have this red handle plunger. And I want you to locate this, I want you to see this. When I do any cleaning, you're going to notice by moving that handle, there's a plunger at the bottom of that housing that will open up and allow any debris or water that's built up within the housing to escape. This is very good to have, very good to know that it's there, because I do intend to actually do some flushing within that housing. And I'll do some cleaning within that housing. Do some flushing there. And at any point that I feel good about the cleanliness of the housing, I'll come back again, make sure I open that plunger, let the water and debris escape. Close my plunger and replace the cover on the fan housing. So we've now replaced the cover on the fan housing. We'll go on to the next step. I've got the hose. I want to look down and physically inspect my intake tube, see if there's any debris that's built up in there that wasn't cleaned out when we did the hydrant flush. This one actually looks very good. I'll go ahead and just pump a little water down in there. Now we get the question often, is there anything underneath of this hopper that we should not spray or get wet? And the answer to that is no. The only thing I will tell you is on the engine, there is a computer located on this side of the engine that I don't want to hit with a fire hose. If I hit it with more low pressure water, I don't have an issue. I don't want to sit and focus on that. But at the end of the day, that's the only thing I really don't want to hit with a fire hose. So a hose like I have here and the pressure that I have here, I can go ahead and spray down everything underneath of this without any concern of damaging any of the components. Make sure everything is nice and clean. I'll go around the outside of the machine, and that's where I'll hose off my gutter brooms, my curtains, the top of the hood, etc. Once we get through the outside and clean the machine cosmetically, work our way to the back. And obviously, we did run the hopper flusher. You'll still have some remaining debris in there. And at this point, that's when I want to go ahead and continue to flush and clean that out. You do have a screen located up under. We want to make sure we don't have any debris built up on that screen and that that's flushed away. Now on a Global R4Air, we do build these standard with a stainless steel hopper. That does not mean that you don't have to clean it. We want it cleaned, again, because we don't want any obstruction ever in the airflow system on this machine. So this should be cleaned daily. Once we're good with the hopper clean out, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back and we're going to lower the hopper back down into position.